So anyway people, this is Glenn back with another video, and today we're going to talk about why inflation happens. Now the concept of inflation is actually not new. It's actually been around for about 2000 years. The Romans actually suffered from inflation, and we have inflation now. But the inflation now is a bit different than the inflation that occurred in the past, because current inflation is caused by printing of banknotes. If you've ever heard of fractional reserve banking, it's where banks, they give out loans and they just pull out numbers out of thin air. So that's them creating money. And then there is central banks just printing banknotes and also increasing liquidity as well. So that's current banking. It's more complex than that, but that's basically it. But in the past, basically, inflation was based on silver. So here we have a very worn silver half crown. So you can just barely see Victoria. And in the past, inflation happened either because of a metals scarcity, or also deflation as well, or a reduction in or increase in the quality of the silver or gold in the actual coinage. Now, generally, gold didn't actually suffer inflation. Under the Romans, it was kept quite pure. Under the Persians, they didn't really issue that many gold coins, they mainly issued silver. Under the Kushan Empire, you would see that their gold coins actually have a lot of silver content in it. Now the Chinese, they actually didn't issue silver or gold coins, so it throws that theory out that real money is gold and silver, and if you take it out of coinage, it actually does something to the economy. The Chinese have had an economy for 2000 years without gold or silver coins. They've only had bronze coins. So an economy can exist without gold and silver coinage quite well, and a lot of economies have done in the past. So, but we're talking about current inflation, and particularly the reduction in the size of the penny in the United Kingdom. So for the United Kingdom, silver has actually been pretty stable for the issuance of currency up until 1920. But in 1816 there was actually a reduction in the not the silver content but the weight of coins. So the sixpence was 3 grams, but it was reduced to 2.86. So that's 0.17 of a gram reduction. And if you multiply that by 2, it's 3.34 grams for a shilling, and so on and so on. But before the issuance of this large bronze coin, so this one was actually supposed to have its full metal value of copper. So this is the Cartwheel penny, 1797, and it actually weighed 28.35 grams, as you can see, and it's quite a thick coin. So I've made a video on these, so if you check in my playlist under United Kingdom, it will be there. But before this coin was issued, pennies were actually silver pennies. So if you ever heard of a silver penny, they've been issued since the Anglo-Saxon time, and they were actually about half a gram before this. And they were also issued after these coins were issued up until decimalisation, and they're actually issued now in the Maundy sets. So the 1, 2, 3 and 4 pence coins. And as you can see, it's quite a thick coin. But in 1906 they actually reduced the size of the actual coin and the weight to about 18.9 grams or 34 millimeters, which is just 2 millimeters smaller than that. So can you see? Just a little bit smaller. Now this one is actually not a penny issued by the UK government, but it's actually a private token, because during the 17th and 1800s, the UK actually couldn't sufficiently mint enough coins for circulation. So here I have a Holloway's pills and ointments, and if you look on the back, it's Professor Holloway in London. So this was made for London. It's probably made at the Birmingham Mint. So private token, no legal tender. They were not legal tender, should I say, but they were accepted as coinage up until probably, I think, 1880s, when they were actually taken out of circulation. In Australia, New Zealand, Canada, United States, they also issued tokens sometimes in the past. Same as Germany, France, Austria. A lot of countries have, because their countries couldn't actually meet the requirements of currency. So this was the... Okay, so this weight actually lasted up until 1960, when the weight was actually halved to about 9.45 grams. So that's actually half of what this weight is. So there was actually a reduction in the penny. So here we have a 1974. This was the last year of the young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. So here we have her. And all these coins probably would have circulated in Australia as well as United Kingdom, New Zealand, Africa, different parts of Africa, even South Africa, probably New Guinea as well, and anywhere else that the UK colonised and implemented their currency. So if we have a look, you can see the reduction. So this is only 30.8 millimeters. The large coins are 34 millimeters. And also they changed the metal composition. So the smaller coin is bronze, and this coin is actually copper. Bronze is actually a cheaper coin to actually use, because it's only probably like 90% copper, and then it's got tin and also zinc, so it has different other metallic compositions. Then in 1920, they actually reduced the silver content to half. So what that would have done, it would have actually increased inflation. And after the war, the prices decreased because they actually increased during the war. Then they decreased, and then inflation took off a little bit. Then it settled down. And then in 1946, they actually removed silver from coinage altogether. And then inflation actually increased. So here we have a 1961 sixpence, and if you see, this is a 75% copper, 25% nickel. See, even if you have a lot of copper, it doesn't become a brown type of coin. The 25% nickel, which is actually a silver type of coin, actually overrides. So that has something to do with light fractance on the actual metals. And I'm very curious about that. I should have taken that up in chemistry. So then you would have had a different type of inflation taken over. So because there is no silver in the coins, you actually have money printing, which actually becomes the dominant form of inflation. And here's a fact. Iceland has actually never issued silver coins. They've only issued base metal. And Norway in 1920 got rid of their silver coins altogether. And Denmark done the same in the 20s as well, so they actually never had silver coins. Sweden kept silver into the 60s. So different countries at different times have got rid of their silver coins. And Morocco, African country, has always issued coins, and they actually got rid of their silver coins by the 40s. So, but their inflation has been pretty good. So that's very interesting. So here we have a 1 penny from 2015, but with the exchange rate, so 1 penny is actually worth about 2.4 old pence, and so the reduction in size of the penny, so this penny would be more equivalent to 2 pence. And there's been a campaign to actually remove these coins, the 1 and 2 pence, from circulation, because they're really not worth anything anymore. They can't actually buy anything. And as you can see, this one is a copper plated steel coin, and really it's worthless, so you just throw it away or whatever. Not really worth minting, really. So that's what inflation does. It actually reduces our purchasing power of all these coins. So this coin could have purchased quite a lot of things in the 1800s, and this coin now cannot buy anything. So this is the fate of all our currencies. They revert to what they call zero. That's their base value. In this case, this will be metal value of these coins, or collector's value, because the only two that have legal tender that you can use are these two. The rest have been demonetized, or they won't be accepted if they were not demonetized because people were not familiar with them. Anyway, in this one, well, this is worth silver value, whatever bullion is in it. 92.5% silver, so that's what it's worth. Anyway, I hope this was a very informative video, and leave a comment down below if you have one. Thank you very much for watching, and have an awesome coin collecting time, people. Okay, bye bye.